When we think of discipline, we often think of punishments or consequences. In Montessori, we frame this as setting limits. Our ultimate goal is to create self-disciplined children who have an internal locus of control, rather than relying on external forces to guide their behavior. This video is a follow-up to the one titled Discipline Overview. So if you haven't seen that one, I encourage you to watch it first. First, we must consider children's developmental stage. Children under the age of 2 do not fully understand cause and effect, so providing consequences to very young children is ineffective. Children at this age generally don't understand how their behavior impacts others, so it is important that we support them with this. If a child hits us or someone else, we can say, "Ouch, hitting hurts." We use gentle hands. Then we can demonstrate what we mean by gentle hands. Children's behavior is always meeting some sort of need that they have, so we can provide an alternative that would meet that need. For example, if a child is banging a toy against the ground and we are concerned that it will break, we can simply take it away and give them something else that is safe to bang on the floor. Or if a child is running in the house, we can say, "I see that you want to run. It is not safe to run in the house. Let's go run outside." Because the child running or banging a toy are not negative behaviors. In fact, they are very natural and necessary for their development. So we want to encourage them in the appropriate environment. As we mentioned in the discipline overview video, it is critical that we model appropriate behavior and directly teach our children the skills they need to be successful to follow our expectations. However, it is also completely normal for children to test boundaries beginning around age 2. This is a healthy part of their development as they become more independent. Children also begin to develop the language to disagree and argue, which they like to try out every chance they get as they experiment with their will and self-agency. Again, this is completely normal and healthy. To set our children up for success, we must set clear limits and make sure the child understands what the limits are and what will happen if they don't stay within them. Here are a few tips for setting limits. First, we must be clear with our children about the expected behavior. Frame it as what you want them to do rather than what you don't want. When we say "don't run," all a 3-year-old's brain hears is "run." Therefore, we need to say "walk." Provide logical and immediate consequences that are clear to the child, and you must be able to follow through. For example, if a child throws a toy car across the room, you could say, "Roll the car on the floor, or we'll have to put it away." If the child throws the car again, put it away immediately. Do not provide another warning, and you don't need to lecture or scold. You simply follow through with what you said you would do. The child may cry and protest, and you can say, "You can make a different choice next time." This is a powerful phrase because it emphasizes that the child is in control of the choices they make and gives them hope for making a different choice in the future. We can also use logical consequences for children who are refusing to do what we have asked. For example, if a child will not go to the car, we can say, "Would you like to walk or be carried? I'm going to count to 5 and you can make your choice." If the child doesn't walk, then we pick them up and carry them. We are not giving them a choice about whether they will get in the car, but we are giving them an option of how they will get there. Whatever consequence we set forth, we have to follow through with it. As children get older, they have a better understanding of cause and effect and how their behavior impacts others. For older children, we can focus on helping them understand how their behavior impacts others and why certain behaviors are not acceptable. For example, if our 4-year-old yells at another child at the park, we can pull them aside and say, "Yelling at other people hurts their feelings. It is okay to be angry, but you need to use a calm voice. If you don't use a calm voice, you'll have to come sit with me." As children gain a better understanding of how their behavior impacts others, they become more self-aware and are better able to control their own actions. For children who are 5 and older, we can focus on restoration. We can ask them, "What harm was caused? What do you think you need to do to fix it?" We can even support 3 and 4-year-olds with this process by naming the harm that was caused and giving them options of how to fix it. For example, you yelled at your sister, which hurt her feelings. Would you like to apologize now or after dinner? We are not giving the child a choice about whether or not they will apologize. We are giving them a choice about when, allowing them to maintain some control in the situation. We are also helping children understand how their behavior impacts others and that we have to repair harm that we have caused. Setting appropriate limits and sticking to them is a challenging aspect of parenting, but very necessary for our children's development. Follow Montessori Collective on Facebook and YouTube for more videos and content about child development and how we as parents can foster our children's potential.